Whoa, what's up? Cold start to the podcast. That is because we're about to announce the results. Over the weekend, people had the opportunity to vote for what they thought should be the new Ben and Liam podcast intro.
Decent amount of votes as well, thank you.
Yes, and it was a bit of a landslide. Last week you would have heard 5 different intros.
Yep.
And one just really creamed the others in the votes, and you're about to hear it now.
Belly guys on the radio from 6 to 9. You're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Rank it up on the worksite, it's the Ben and Liam podcast. Ben and Liam podcast.
The indie rock intro from Tuesday.
So good.
Is the new podcast intro. My favourite part of it is that our sound guy Eli doesn't really say Ben, he says Ban
On the Very good.
Love it.
So good.
Catchy. A vibe.
I would have been happy with any single intro, but I had a soft spot in my heart for Tuesday.
You know what? This one, like the music, doesn't it sound like it's like the start of The In-Betweeners or something like that? Like,
yeah.
It was an interesting year at school. Jay convinced us all we had a girlfriend, you know. Like, that's like, it's like that. It's pretty much that vibe.
Yeah. Hey, look, that's the new intro. Why don't you enjoy the podcast?
Felt like Groundhog Day this morning. Another week, another nut jar for Ben. In his office, he's got a 400-gram Nakona Roast instant coffee jar, and every week he fills it with cashew nuts, like to the brim.
So this year, I wanted to get more magnesium into my diet.
Okay,
because I was a bit sore after going to the gym, and I read that if you have magnesium, your muscles won't hurt as much. And I read that cashew nuts have a lot of magnesium, and I love cashew nuts. So what I did was, to make sure I was eating enough of them, I bought a big bag of cashews, a big bag of sultanas, and a big bag of, what are they? The pumpkin seeds. And I mixed them all together in this big jar, and yeah, I'm eating quite a bit of it.
It's just like Scroggin jar. It's a Scrog jar.
It's a Scrog jar.
When you did it on the first day of work this year, I was like, oh, that's actually a great idea. Because, you know, at least you're not reaching for crap.
Yep, like chocolate.
You know, whatever. There's a vending machine at work. And I think you thought like, I think you even said, yeah, this will last me like
a while, yeah.
What did you think, a month or something?
Yeah, I thought maybe a month, yeah.
You punish one in every 5... you punish 400 grams of the stuff every 5 days.
Yeah.
And we've had a bit of an argument because I'm saying, look, I know it's better than eating chocolate, but also I think when you're eating as many nuts as you are, it starts to become sort of counterproductive.
I strongly disagree, Liam. So you think too much of a good thing, but I think it's not actually that much. I think that it's unsalted, first of all.
Yes.
It's cashew nuts, sultanas, and seeds. So it's all good
I would
stuff.
say cashew nuts pretty high in calories. Like, it's good fats, but I reckon you'd be surprised with how much you're allowed to eat for it to be.
But then again,
aren't you supposed to have like a few in your palm?
I'm having probably, I'd say if you put both your hands together, right? If you do that now, if you're not,
it would be overflowing eyes.
No. If you put both your hands together, it would be mounded.
I've walked into the office before and I've seen him with the top screwed off, just sort of drinking nuts. It's too many. And I thought this morning, like, to settle this once and for all, we would actually get someone who knows what they're talking about. Yep. Emily Hartley joins us now from the Emily Hartley Nutrition. She's a dietitian for Port Adelaide Football Club and Tennis Australia. How you doing, Emily?
Good morning, boys. How are you both?
Very good, thank you. Now, I'm glad Liam's organised to get you on this morning.
Look,
because I will
give you the final say. I'll eat my words. Because I must admit, we have been fighting quite a bit about this because you're refilling the jar every Monday.
Can you please keep in mind, Emily, they're unsalted. So there's not any
unsalted cashews.
Unsalted cashews, yep. There's sultanas in there. And then there's also pumpkin seeds.
But it's 400-gram jar. So he's basically having 80 grams of cashews a day.
Okay. So I'm not going to give you the black and white answer that you want.
Okay.
So I'm going to break it down for you both. So cashews, nuts, seeds, that seems to be making up that lovely jar of yours. They're really nutritious, full of healthy fats, full of plant-based proteins, fibre, vitamins and minerals like the magnesium you're talking about. So that is amazing and awesome, and we need to include it in our diet. However, the portion does seem a little bit excessive. You're really turning into a squirrel just holding onto those acorns
Big time.
each day.
But I'm going to the gym every day, Em, so surely I'm burning it all
look,
off.
how many nuts are you supposed to have a day? Like 30 grams?
Yeah, so usual serving is about a handful, which varies anywhere between 30 to 40 grams. So if you're having that maybe 4 times a week, I'd say you're spot on.
Yeah.
However, if you're having a mound, like, you know, you're carrying all the nuts, they're falling out between your fingers, I'm like, maybe that portion is just a bit excessive.
Really?
Love the idea,
Yeah.
but there is probably another place that you can get some great quality protein to help your muscles recover, which would also include some magnesium as well to help that muscle recovery and keep you fighting fit in the gym and sweating it out on the track.
So Emily, if I see him having too many nuts, if I see and I say, oh, that looks like 60 grams, I just slap him out of his hand. Is that what I do?
You get some sort of fly swatter and just no, not,
Get your portions
not
right.
at all.
Yeah.
It's all about the balance. So I think I love the idea of the nuts. I think that's great. They're there, super convenient, so you can grab them and have them as a quick and easy snack. But let's maybe incorporate a little bit more variety so that we're getting a little bit more balance in the diet. So we can work with a few other foods that will do the exact same thing. You don't just need to stick to the same one.
Okay, so Em, you're saying I should do the Liam Stapleton diet and have a 400-gram jar of favourites chocolates?
Yeah, I'll just...
Favourite chocolate.
Look, I'm still saying it's better than chicken twisties, which I'm eating a hell of a lot.
It's a progression, the chocolate, that's anti-inflammatory. No.
Okay.
I think the nuts would be a lot better choice.
Well,
Or maybe
Emily,
you could meet somewhere between and get
chocolate-coated nuts.
Yes, exactly right.
I do love those things. Okay, well, we'll keep to about 30 grams of them a day. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Em.
Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
Did a rat test this morning, Ben. Came back positive with tennis fever. Am I right? Ash Barty, first one in 44 years.
The Body Party Show.
And what about Thanasi? Adelaide boy winning the doubles with Nick Kyrgios. Thanasi's dad is going to be joining us next. We're going to be seeing how the family celebrated over the weekend.
And also a massive game last night, historic game. Nadal takes out the win for his 21st major. It went on for a long time, though. I think it finished at 1 a.m. last night. You know what? If you were up watching that game and now you have to be up for work, give us a buzz, 13 24 10. First caller through, I'm going to pick up live and we'll shout them breakfast, Liam, wherever they want.
Yeah, I like that. How's I don't know if when you watch Rafa play, have you noticed like he's got one arm like a lot stronger
Oh, yeah.
than the other?
Yeah, one arm is really
He's like
beefy.
buff.
Yeah. Look, no calls yet. 13 24 10. Give us a buzz if you want some breakfast. All right, here we go. All right, you're on Nova. What's your name?
Jackie?
Jesse? Jesse, you got free breakfast, Jesse. Congratulations.
Yay!
What do you want? Anything you want?
Macca's?
Yeah, no,
You could have had anything.
I thought you'd say that. I mean, you could have said lobster, but you are now getting a hash brown and a nice little frappe.
P to the O to the D to the cast.
The Special Ks did the unbelievable over the weekend. Thanasi, Kokkinakis and Nick Kyrgios became Grand Slam doubles champions in Melbourne on Saturday night.
The future of doubles tennis is now. The show must go on.
Thanasi's dad, Trevor, joins us on the phone now. Good morning, mate. How you doing?
Well, thank you, gentlemen.
First of all, Trev, congratulations.
Thank you.
And then secondly, now we heard the commentator there say it, the future of doubles tennis.
Yeah.
Do you think Thanasi's going to shift his focus now to playing more doubles tennis with his best mate?
No. Sure, no. Look, they had some fun. They enjoyed it. But no, the focus is very much still on singles.
And how's Thanasi going? We're guessing it was a pretty big weekend for him.
Oh, yeah, huge. It was a very big weekend. It followed on from Adelaide, of course, and look, he's going all right. He's had a couple of big nights, and he's relaxing and recuperating in Melbourne at the moment. So, all good.
What about you, Trev? Did you have a few big nights?
No, mate, I'm over that.
It's not every day your son becomes a Grand Slam champion. I don't think we all turn a blind eye.
The kids went out. They went out they celebrated, of course, on Saturday night, and myself and my good wife, Willa, we just walked back to our room and relaxed and let it all sink in, and enjoyed just a couple of quiet ones before we went to bed. So sorry about that.
It is incredible though. Trevor Kokkinakis, father of Thanasi, joining you on Nova this morning. You mentioned that your wife Vula as well. She was getting into it. We heard she did the Mexican wave. Your daughter told us that last week.
Yeah.
Be honest, Trev. Whilst you were there, did you let out any cheeky?
No, definitely not. No, I don't. I've said to everyone when I'm watching tennis matches, I don't want all that rubbish that goes on around me. I just want to focus, and I'm in my own world. I'm on edge, and I don't want to engage in any conversation and any lightheartedness, nothing.
So that's interesting, though, because obviously there is the traditional tennis people that are saying, the boys were, whipping people into a frenzy and they didn't like it. And you, as someone who wants to focus and you're there for the sport, how did you feel about that?
No, look, I don't mind just focusing or yelling out the "come on" or "let's go" type stuff. I don't know what they're on about, really. I mean, it surprised the heck out of me. You've got the boys are filling in the stadiums, right? They couldn't. People could not get enough seats to get in any of the stadiums. And people are complaining. Why? Because the other doubles pairs that they're playing against don't get as much support as what these two kids were getting.
Yeah.
I really don't understand it. I've asked the question. I said, please show me where they showed disrespect to their opponents.
Yeah.
Please show me. And there hasn't been anyone that said, well, that, and that. I'm puzzled. I must confess, completely puzzled.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they got butts in seats and people watching TVs. My partner, Sam, my fiancée, she has never once said to me, can we watch the tennis? But on the weekend, she wanted to watch the doubles game.
The special case.
I think she might have a
couple of
crush
larrikins
on Thanasi. Having said that, does Thanasi get his good looks from his old man?
Sorry, what was that?
Does Thanasi get his good looks from you, the old man?
Oh, yeah, good. For sure.
All right, Trevor. Well, mate, all the best. We can't wait to see what that Adelaide hero Thanasi is going to be doing next. A big win for the Special K boys, and I'm sure a big weekend for your family.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Really appreciate that.
You're on Nova.
This is a voiceover sweep to break up the podcast.
Shut up and listen.
Yeah, am I right?
You got other options.
Yeah, that's it.
And don't flick around. I don't want to tempt you to do that.
No. And would you look at the time? My goodness.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Give us a buzz, 13 24 10, if you'd like to be in the draw to win $50,000. We've finished with Cash, Car and a Star, moving straight into Nova's 50K Fridays. It's always all go here. Sandy from Manapara joins us now. How you doing, Sandy?
Good morning, fellas.
Did you watch the tennis last night?
Oh, I sure did, mate.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, well, what I sort of did, I start work at 5 and I stayed up for the party in the doubles
Yeah.
the night before. So last night I'm like, I've got to go to bed no later than 12:30
Yeah.
because otherwise I'm going to be crap.
Yeah.
And I did. When Rafa won the third, I went to bed and I laid there for 10 minutes and it's like, I need to know the score. So I was on my phone. Yeah, and then I just kept looking on my phone and then I bloody just switched on my phone and watched the rest of that.
Yeah, why not? You know, you're there now.
So, Sandy, you're running off like 3 hours sleep.
Yeah, mate. I'm dead man walking, I can tell you. 2 nights in a row.
What do you do for work, Sandy? What do you do for work?
Security.
Well,
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you what, good day to shoplift at Sandy's establishment, I reckon.
You don't get to leave my establishment, mate, so I'm good.
Oh, all right, Sandy.
All right, well, let's get to the quiz. First one, Spanish tennis star Rafa Nadal won the Australian Open last night, obviously, you know that. What are the main 2 colours on Spain's flag?
Yellow and red.
Yeah, that's it. You would have seen it a lot last night. Dylan Lewis.
Yeah, that's why.
Dylan Lewis won I'm a Celeb last night as well. We're chatting with him before 7 o'clock this morning. Which radio duo replaced Dylan on Nova?
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm from Broken Hill, mate, so we didn't have that back there, so I actually don't know. But let's go with, I don't know. I don't know, you guys.
Yeah, that's it.
got it.
No, you got it. You got it. All of us.
Really?
Yeah, he was on for years before us. Yeah, for sure. So it'll be a familiar voice on later on. Okay, you're doing well, Sandy. Kanye West might not make it to Australia after ScoMo threatened to deport him if he's not vaccinated.
Yeah,
Name one Kanye West song.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, no, I can't even think of it, and I do know his songs.
No Kanye songs in your brain, Sandy?
Not right now, mate. All I'm thinking is buddy Jesus, Jesus, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, I think there is probably a self-titled song.
There's a song called Yee. Yeah, but Sandy, any guesses?
It's all good, champ.
All right.
God, I don't know.
I like
Sandy. I do like you, Sandy. You know what? You're in the draw anyway, and you call up any time, okay?
Yeah, you guys have a good one. Take care.
Right. Take it easy, Sandy.
Catch you, Sandy. Blake from Blake View.
Yeah.
Can you name a Kanye West song for us?
Praise God.
That's the one. Okay, today is the last day of January. How many days are in Feb this year?
28.
That's the one. James Blunt has sided with Neil Young, now threatening to release more music if Spotify don't remove Joe Rogan's podcast. Can you finish these Blunt lyrics?
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
I'm baffled, boys.
You don't know that song?
You're
boys.
Yeah, you're more Kanye than James Blunt. That's
Blake,
all right.
it's iconic.
I mean, it is iconic. Let's see if Shana from Roxby Downs can do any better. Finish these lyrics for us, Shana.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
You have been the one.
Wow.
You have been the one for me.
That's gorgeous. You should try for The Voice this year, Shana.
Oh, yeah, nah. I'll stick to mining.
Yeah, I'll stick to mining.
Stick to mining.
Ben and Liam love you.
Ben, we were at a friend's house on Saturday. They're getting married later this year. And after a few vinos, some first dance songs started getting a bit of a run on Spotify. You know, the couple was showing us. And Sarah, my fiancée, she just had a few ideas for ours.
This is the Isle song.
Oh, it was actually First Dances, this one.
Yeah,
we
right.
started with that, going back and forth. And then a friend decided to actually show us her, Isle songs.
Yeah,
We're like,
right.
Wow, I mean, thanks for trusting us with that.
Yeah.
So she chucked it on the speaker.
Would you know my name?
Tears in Heaven, Eric Clapton. Strange choice on that one. I don't know if you know the history around that one.
I don't know the history, no.
Okay. Well, I do, and I was trying to bite my tongue and just be happy for them, but I couldn't. I just had to. I had to tell. Someone had to tell them.
Because, yeah, you know music better than I do. Hearing this, I go, that's a beautiful song.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's beautiful, but
I'm assuming you don't know the meaning, though.
So it's about his son dying in a horrific accident.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But does that change?
Yeah,
Still
yeah,
being a
it
beautiful
does.
song?
Listen to the lyrics.
So why did they choose it if they didn't even listen to the words?
I don't know. I think suppose she just likes the music element to it. She said, no, I don't think. And I was like, yeah, no, it is. I mean, look it up. It's also called Tears in Heaven. What did you think it was about? God chopping onions?
What is the lyrics? Does he know my name? Do you know my name?
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven?
Well, of course he would. I don't want to pick apart Eric Clapton's songs.
You're really not feeling the full emotion of what Eric
Yeah,
was
right.
going through at the time.
But no, I see what you're saying. If you know the meaning, it's a straight
Don't
one
come
walk
out to your
down
wedding to Tears in Heaven, is what I'm saying. It's not, anyone who knows the song is just going, why am I sad all of a sudden? This is supposed to be like a happy occasion. Inappropriate. Yeah, get rid of it.
Get rid of it now.
Get rid of it. Inappropriate wedding aisle songs. What do you got? 13, 24, 10. Maybe it was a wedding you went to and you
Yep.
thought, well, that does not match. Or maybe it was a suggestion
Yep.
that maybe your partner had. If you call up as well, you are in the draw to win $50,000. As easy as that. 13, 24, 10. Inappropriate wedding aisle songs. That's enough Tears in Heaven. So we've got a text here from Chris. He said his sister's aisle song was a bit of a U2 one. It was this number. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I don't know if it's a great song, but I don't know if that's the sentiment you're looking for. Do you know what I mean? It feels like you're backing out before you've even started.
Deborah joins us now. And good morning, Deb.
Hi, Ben.
What was the inappropriate wedding aisle song?
Another one bites the dust.
Oh, by Queen.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
Is that your third wedding, Deb?
Sorry?
I was just having a bit of fun.
Don't worry about it.
Erin, what was the song?
The Boy Is Mine by Brandy and Monica.
Now, That Boy Is Mine, is that a song all about cheating?
Yeah, two women fighting over the same man who's sleeping with both of them.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah,
you're
okay.
just sitting there in the aisles going, I wonder which ones are they in the bridal party? Is that the love triangle? Zach, Inappropriate wedding songs.
Don't You, but the Pussycat Dolls.
Coming down the aisle to that.
Oh, mate, it was all mellow, and then all of a sudden that pops, and then, it was amazing.
Yeah, like, I mean, I get that, don't you wish, like, because maybe that's more like...
Yeah,
he's
but, like,
saying it to everybody there, like, don't you wish your girlfriend was as hot as
hot.
mine?
Yeah, but is
It's not a vibe.
Is your bride so up herself that she's like dancing like Nicole Scherzinger down the aisle with her veil on to like you'd be going, do I want to marry this person when they're halfway down? Last one here, it's a text from Ray, said, I was bridesmaid at a wedding and I couldn't contain my laughter in front of everyone when my best friend walked down the aisle to this one.
Every breath you take.
The Police, a song about a stalker.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you.
Oh, that's creepy.
Liam Pod Men Cast. Wait, I said that wrong. Ben and Liam Podcast.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet. Twitter.
Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Morning, guys. Well, Kanye West's rumoured Donda tour. I say rumoured tour because it's not actually confirmed. He's saying that he's going to be touring everywhere in March this year, including Australia, but this, for many reasons, may not go ahead. First reason, COVID. Not a surprise. Scott Morrison, in case you missed it over the weekend, has said that Kanye West has to be double vaxxed to come to the country. We know this.
Do we know if he's not?
So in previous interviews, he has said that vaccines are, pointless and he's been against them. But then, I don't know if you guys saw this, but at one of his official listening parties last year, he did have a van set up where people could go and get vaccinated. He's never actually confirmed whether he is or isn't, so we don't know.
Okay.
Second reason it may not happen is the footy. So, Marvel Stadium in Melbourne, apparently Kanye was eyeing that off, saying, hey, I'm coming in March, can I play there? Government said no. The Pies and the Saints are playing that, which is fantastic.
Nah, sorry, mate. The Saints have got a home game. You won't be able to do the Donda concert. We might be able to fit you in half time after the Oz kick. Do you know up there, Kazali? Could you do that one for us? Do you reckon?
And the Spotify and Joe Rogan saga is continuing, with more artists now pulling their music. We were talking about this last week. It's the gift that keeps on giving. The latest artist that has now said they will pull their music if the Joe Rogan podcast stays on Spotify is Joni Mitchell.
It is kind of like all the old hippie musicians say, like, and I love the music, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and look, we had to break the bad news to Neil Young, but we have to break it to Joni as well. It's
look,
not going to win, Joni.
I don't agree with Rogan's views on the vaccines. I don't listen to his podcast. But Joni Mitchell is not winning that once again. Like, I'm like, stop. Can we get like a big kind of Bieber or something come out and say, hey, I'm leaving, if you know what I mean?
Well, Harry and Meghan have even gotten behind it and they're supporting it as
Oh
well.
no, all Harry and Meghan's music will be gone.
Yeah, I love it. All his acoustic work that he's been putting up secretly.
Well, maybe you'll back this one.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
In a complete turnaround, James Blunt, who we know is actually very funny in himself, he has threatened to release music on Spotify if they keep the Joe Rogan podcast on.
Very good.
And finally, hot boy of the moment, Pete Davidson, who is dating Kim Kardashian. He's setting a new fashion trend after he was spotted this weekend sporting a fake chipped
I just
tooth.
don't get it. I don't get it.
What do you mean a fake chip tooth?
Like one of his front teeth had like a little corner blacked out, so it looked like he'd chipped it.
We'll have magazines soon. You open up and go, what do we have here? How to get the Pete Davidson look. Okay, for the hair, you buy some bleach from Coles. For the smile, you trip into a bin and chip your teeth. And for those iconic raccoon eyes, you become deficient in iron.
Okay, Liam.
Yes, what a funny story.
Ben, COVID's been quite the journey. There's the toilet paper phase, there's the lockdown phase, there's the fear, then there's just getting it, then there's all your friends having it. And I've had it now, and I feel like I've done so many PCR tests now. I've done enough to know like a good one from a bad one.
Yep.
Like there was a time where I was just nervous to even have one, but now I can literally like rank the better ones I've had, because you know when they're just sort of like tickling the rim of your nostrils. It's just, that's not on. It's going to be negative every time.
Yeah.
Like I think even when you do your own rat test, you read the instructions yourself. And I think we both know that for an accurate reading, there's going to have to be some mild discomfort there.
Yep.
So don't kid yourself. I waited for like 2 hours over the weekend for one. And she was toying with me. She was putting it on my lips, basically. Slam it down the back of my throat.
Yeah.
I want to gag. I want to talk. I want you to be playing with that dangly little thing in the back of my throat. You know what I mean? If my eyes aren't watering, if I don't feel the burn, do it again. I've been waiting in line all day, so put that swab in my brain. I want you to go 2 knuckles deep on me.
Wow, you really love the feeling.
I don't enjoy them. I just don't want to line up again.
Fair enough.
Hope you're having a pod blast with the podcast.
It's trivial. It's trivial. It's trivial disputes.
It's a big argument about something small. A trivial dispute. We do it every Monday.
Perfect chance to get on air and share yours as well, because if you get on air, you go on the draw for 50K Fridays. $50,000 being given away every single Friday here on Nova. 132410 is the number if you've got one. I've got one, if I may, Liam. My partner Sam is pretty environmentally friendly, and I'm all for that now, but it did take some getting used to, I'll be honest. When we first met, I remember doing the food shopping with her, and she didn't put the vegetables and the fruit in plastic bags. She just put it straight into the trolley.
Yeah, right.
And just kind of rolled around in there.
I suppose when you think about it, though, it's coming from dirt, literal dirt.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, I guess the good thing about plastic bags is it keeps it all together, but it's obviously bad for the environment. And I'm used to that now.
Surely you're not chucking grapes into the trolley loose, though, are you?
Not grapes, no. Well, they come in a bag already.
So I see. So there is a line for everyone.
Yeah.
She will kill a turtle for some grapes, though. Okay. I thought you were environmentally friendly, huh?
She's also big on recycling the soft plastics.
I do that now, yeah. You always, when you go to Woolies or Coles, there's normally like a big bin out the front where you can put your plastics.
But this new thing for me is a step too far. She stopped buying sponges.
No sponges?
I didn't even know sponges were bad for the environment. But apparently...
Well, there's some, if you look at coral, there's some coral that looks like sponge.
That's true, Liam.
So what's so bad about it?
I don't think that's an argument that I could use.
Use it.
It is true.
Give it a go.
Well, apparently they use synthetic fibres and they're not biodegradable. So to replace the sponge, she bought this coconut husk stick. And I'm sorry to all of the turtles out there, but I bought a big bag of sponges on the weekend.
Yeah.
And Sam hated me for it. But that coconut husk stick sucks.
What do you... What? It's literally coconut?
It's like a wooden handle, like a bamboo handle.
Yeah.
And on the end of it, it's got, I believe, coconut fibres. So, you know, on the outside of a coconut, there's like...
That is ridiculous.
It's insane.
Who's using that?
We are. And it's all scratchy. Like, it doesn't... You put a bit of palm olive on there, like a bit of detergent.
Yeah.
It doesn't retain...
It's like Castaway. It's
water.
like Tom Hanks' Castaway. Like you've made your own...
Yeah.
Oh, this is good, like a sponge? No, it's not. You can make that on an island.
I hate it so much. You can't clean the dishes. It just scratches... Whatever you're washing, it just scratches it.
Look, I'm all for doing the right thing, but there's a point when you just gotta buy a sponge, you know?
Give me a sponge on the end of a stick where you can pour the detergent in the end any day of the week.
They're the best.
I thank you.
Yeah, easy. I can see why that's causing some friction. Hey, these are some of the calls we had last week for Trivial Disputes.
My ex-partner used to turn the TV on using the remote control, leaves it near the TV and goes sits down on the lounge.
Married for 14 years, and my husband and I still to this day will argue that this coming Saturday is this Saturday. He says that it's next Saturday.
It's got to be scone, jam and cream. My partner insists on putting the cream on the bottom and the jam on the top.
Oh.
And it's just so wrong.
All right, Trivial Disputes, Adelaide, 13-24-10. A big argument about something small. Give us a buzz.
Jody, good morning.
Hi, Ben and Liam.
What's your Trivial Dispute, Jodes?
Well, my husband and I are having a bit of a silent battle at home. I go out to work on night shift. I'm a hardworking, wife, helping the family. And he goes and grabs the spoon and digs into the Neapolitan ice cream, but he's only eating the chocolate.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Yeah,
he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
I know.
I love that you contexted it with how you're working night shift and stuff. You could have just said he eats
I
chocolate.
know.
But
No. I'm out there doing the hard work, and he's secretly. And of course, that's my favourite.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a, I could just.
I think Liam might say the same thing.
We just
here.
had the same thought, I think.
But rather than buying the Neapolitan, which of course has the strawberry, vanilla, and the chocolate, why don't you just buy chocolate?
I do like the other ones as well, but not as much as the chocolate. I like a bit of variety, but variety is only equating to vanilla and strawberry at this point, because my husband, totaled the chocolate.
I don't want to take your side, but you can't have your Neapolitan and eat it. You've got to have a decision. You got to make a decision there. I don't know. Maybe it's the answer is a work fridge.
That's wild.
With a smaller.
I also haven't had Neapolitan ice cream since I was 10.
I'm not reaching for it.
There's so many better flavours these days. Early 2000s, maybe.
There was one. I had this flavour on the weekend. Blew my mind. It was like white chocolate and raspberries, something.
Vegan honey.
God, there's things from the Margaret River coming in. They got the nuts I haven't even heard of being sprinkled in there. Maggie B's got her special ones going. It'll cost you $24 per 100 grams, mind you, but still worth it. Dylan, your trivial dispute.
Hey, Ben and Liam, how you going?
Good, mate.
So I was doing some gardening yesterday, and I just asked the wife if she can go grab the broom. And she's like, okay, like the hand broom. I'm like, yeah, sure, like the broom. Yeah. She's like, okay, like I'm thinking maybe the blower or something. No, the broom.
Yeah.
And so then she comes back with a banister brush. I'm like, no, the broom. She goes, this is a broom. I'm like, no, that's a brush.
Now, when you say banister brush, do you mean a hand, the dustpan?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very different thing.
Yeah. You're outside gardening.
Like a broom?
It was like clearly not brush orientated. Brooming required.
Yeah, and to me, Dylan, you sound like you're on the other end, like you're calling it a banister brush. I think you more than most people really know your brooms.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're a broom guy. That's technical. That's for sure. Tana joins us now. A trivial dispute you've had recently?
Yeah, hi, Ben and Liam. So yesterday we put my daughter down for a nap, and we agreed that we would split the chores. I was in charge of cooking dinner, ready for after visiting my mother-in-law, and doing the laundry. He was in charge of doing the grocery shopping for the week. I smashed out making our meatballs, smashed out the laundry, folded it, put it all away, did all that sort of stuff. 2 hours later, he still hadn't gone to the grocery shop. And that was because he sat down for the entire time playing his stupid chicken game.
What's his chicken game?
That sounds
Yeah. So he presses and holds a button, and it produces all these chickens, and he collects these special eggs. And it was super awesome for him. And I was just like, you can do the stuff, you can do the stuff. And here I am doing all the jobs, and he's just having a nice, relaxing time with his chickens that aren't even real.
Oh, Tana, thank you very much for giving us your trivial dispute.
Well, there it is, the end of the Ben and Liam podcast with our cool new intro. If you don't like the intro, too bad, you should have voted. But, if you have any thoughts or anything else you would like to hear, you can always hit us up on the Ben and Liam Instagram. Always happy to hear from people there and to try and get them onto the show, of course.
It was a fun podcast with Ben and Liam. They had a great time recording it.
It wasn't our best show, but hey, it was a 6 out of 10. So that's better than a 3.
But what was important is we remained friends.
We learned a bit about nuts.
What did you call this episode? Haven't decided yet?
Ben's Nut Jar.
Ben Nut Jar, yeah. You could have also called it New Week, New Nut Jar.
Yep.
Bit long though.
No, I thought we were still doing the bit where we're like, hey, we spoke to a dad called Trevor.
Oh, yeah, but I'd forgotten what's in the show.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
You've got it in front of you though.
I do.
So you can do it if you want.
I talked about how I don't like PCR tests that don't go too deep in me.
And the boss told us he thought that was a 4 out of 10 break.
We get score ratings out of 10 on every break we do. Let that sink in.
Yeah, honestly.
To you, it's just chat. To us, it's chat, and then someone goes,
yeah,
could have been a bit funnier though, couldn't it?
4 out of 10.
You didn't like Cardi B stuff? We learned that. Sponges are bad for the environment.
He liked that one. He said that I'd well-crafted the start.
Is it safe to say that he says to you that you're more well-crafted than me?
Yeah. I don't know
Do you
why.
think his dad's a little harder on me?
Or maybe he thinks that I have a bigger ego.
That needs to be fed constantly. Yeah.
And which is, I am words of affirmation, so.
Yeah, well, maybe he knows your love language.
Yeah.
Whereas he's trying to motivate me. He's saying, Liam, you're better than this.
Yeah.
Ben, sweet boy, you just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. What was the next bit?
Wedding Isle songs.
Yeah, he didn't like the start of that. And that was yours as well.
Another one of mine. Bit of a theme here. Anyway, I'll try and be better for my boss.
Also, now that all the intros are done and we've got the new one sorted, as of tomorrow,
we'll start getting people
back on again. So
sure.
Send us your number, DM it to us on Instagram, and we'll get you on tomorrow's pod.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.